Previously on Full Blast.
What just happened?
He just turned on Chief.
Come on, man.
Did you not listen to me before I won this and after I won this? The worst nightmare for Robbie and Alexis. That's all that matters.
Very happy about what happened there in that match.
That was not how we. Tú sabes de esto. Tú sabes de esto. Léelo. Dime, tú vienes de ahí.
Yo no, eso
Sí.
no fui yo. Yo no tengo nada que ver con eso, Robbie. Yo no tengo nada que ver con
¿Cómo?
eso. Esos son dos diferentes. No, I don't have nothing to do with that, bro. I don't even know where that came from. I don't know where it came from, Robbie.
Robbie, what does this mean for you in Pride of Wrestling?
Hello everybody, welcome to Pride of Wrestling Full Blast Episode 3. This is Adam Soto.
And along, Robbie Joe Medina.
And Boss Lady Alexis Shannon.
And here we have Captain Aaron Nova has a little message for the POW crowd.
As always, you see,
And already proclaiming that he's going to have match of the night. This is kind of interesting.
inception, I made POW a priority, and I said it was going to be mine for the taking.
Apparently claiming that he has rights to taking over POW.
He always says the same thing. I mean, since day one, I don't get why. Wait,
And then leave.
and now he has to take a shot on the guys in the locker room.
Such a little guy with so much to say.
Still here to this day. I'll start naming everybody I've beaten and who has yet to return. You are just the first. What an honor it is
So
for
it
you.
seems that Nova has it out for some of his opponents. A little upset that they're not returning to the Pride of Wrestling scene.
Well, here's the thing, and it's not the first time that Payatronic and Nova are, going one-on-one.
And to be honest, you don't deserve the honor.
The honor?
Oh,
The
wow.
main event for the Pride of Wrestling Heavyweight Champion.
And just in wanting to insert himself into the main event, Nova, there's a long list of people.
Boy,
Well, all the old blind guys in the back who are failing to realize the greatness that is before them.
The greatness.
The greatness.
I just call that the Napoleon complex.
And I'm going to show
Yeah.
Pride of Wrestling exactly why I reign supreme.
Yep, Napoleon complex right there.
It's almost funny when he's angry.
You know, it's almost like you almost have like this little angry pug in front of you, and it's really hard to take it seriously. But let's see what Aaron Nova brings to this match against Biotronic, because clearly frustrated with the circumstances. Let's see what these two cruiserweights bring us. Oh, hot start with a
okay,
shotgun drop kick to the corner by
They start
Payatronic.
hot. And Payatronic is going
Suicide dive through the middle rope. Aaron Nova is down, eating some of those words of him being so magnificent. Payatronic going up to the top rope now.
Uh-oh, what's going to happen here?
Big
Oh!
frog splash from
frog
Payatronic.
splash.
1, 2, kick out by Nova.
I'm telling you, I think Nova was not expecting that.
It's a
And
li-
Nova just
little more.
rolling out of the ring here. I think he's a little scared of Payatronic, guys.
It's a little more than he expected.
Oh, big chop from Payatronic on the outside.
Well, I think this is another, duel of the captains part 2.
Oh, and just bouncing Aaron Nova's skull off the apron of the ring. And guys, that's the hardest part, as we all know a little too well. And just, oh my goodness.
Into the chairs.
And now the crowd are part of the action.
Referee needs to get those fans out of the way. We need to make sure we keep our POW fans safe. Coming back into the ring now. Oh!
Another shot.
Big whip reverse into the corner by Nova. Big boot by Payatronic. Ducks the line.
Kick to the knee. Nope.
Oh!
Elbow to the back. to Payatronic.
Big rolling uppercut to the back of Biotronic. He's got to be feeling that right up in his neck.
Yeah, you know that hurt, and he's down.
I think Nova is already hurt. I think he's touching his shoulder.
Nova's definitely feeling the effects of Biotronic's flying attacks.
I think Nova came with that shoulder injury from previous.
Oh, come on,
matches.
choking him off the ropes. The referee's got to get him off there.
Nova seems he's going to do whatever it takes to win this match.
And apparently, as he said, he wants to be next in line for the Pride of Wrestling Heavyweight Championship, and looks like he's trying to prove it here.
He always had that chip on his shoulder. I mean, I know that he's been doing really good against all the opponents that he had through the different matches with POW, and that's why he said that he deserved to be on the main event. Another blow.
Oh, and Nova silencing some of the POW fans here. He is not happy with them.
He's to put him on the rope again here.
Just playing dirty, choking Payatronic on the ropes. And, like, Robbie, I got to ask, does this signify somebody you would want as the POW champion?
I mean, he has to prove himself. I mean, so far he's been he's having a good run. So, you never know.
I would say he would have to earn it for sure.
Definitely have to earn it. Again, anything can happen in the wrestling world. Big elbows from Payatronic. Clothesline. Big Uranagi slam by Aaron Nova.
And again, Payatronic's down.
Aaron Nova just circling Payatronic, going for the cover here. 1, 2.
No, kick out.
Kick out by Payatronic. JBFX and Just Business offers audio and video transfer services, such as restoring personal photos and negatives. Want to condense VHS tapes, cassettes, or DVDs? No problem. JBFX has you covered. JBFX is also the go-to for all photo gift needs, such as custom t-shirts, mugs, and puzzles. Just Business can offer you a one-stop shop solution to all your business needs, with business cards, yard signs, banners, and anything you can think of relating to business. Stop in and visit today at 4880 82nd Avenue North, Pinellas Park, Florida, or call them at 727-348-1865 and ask for the owner, Jim Bubenheim, and let him know Pride of Wrestling sent you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with more POW action here. Still going on is Aaron Nova versus Payatronic.
Oh, and was that a legal shot right there? It was really close to the groin.
It was close to the groin, but the referee's allowing it, so we're going to have to assume that was right on the inner thigh of Payatronic. And guys, right before the break, we saw Aaron Nova still on top of Payatronic, but as we're coming back, things have not changed. How are you feeling about Payatronic's chances right now?
I mean, Payatronic is a veteran. Payatronic has been in the Lucha Libre circuit for 8 years now, so I'm pretty sure he's going to recover from what is happening right now.
Nova keeps having something to say to the crowd. I think he's making them a little angry. I hear the boos.
Seemingly so. He just jaw jacks more to the crowd than he's paying attention to this match, but at the moment, he's got the upper hand, so why not?
That could cost him, though.
It could cost him if he's not careful.
It's just that
look at Nova going for the mask of Biotronic here, and as we all know, that is the ultimate side of disrespecting the world of Lucha Libre. Trying to rip off the mask of Biotronic and undo the backings.
Here's the thing, Nova, with all the frustration, I think he's going to cost him this match, because he's a great talent, don't get me wrong, he's a great talent. It's just that he let his emotions to get the best out of him.
He's a little too arrogant. He's with that speech he gave us at the beginning, I don't know. I think he's too over the top right now.
Biotronic fighting back here. Crowd firmly behind Biotronic coming off. Oh, big super kick by Biotronic. Aaron Nova is down. Looks like Biotronic's limping on that knee there a little.
We could be seeing the turn here. This could be the turn of the tables.
It's basically the effects of all the punishments.
Oh, a big strike to Payatronic on the top rope. Payatronic could be in danger here, guys. You go to the high-risk district, it may not always pay off, and we're seeing that here.
Capitan Peligro está en peligro.
Big superplex on Aaron Nova.
And now we can see Payatronic again having the worst part of the match.
But guys, I don't know. Aaron Nova looks like that hurt him just as much as it hurt Biotronic. He was crawling into this cover. 1, 2, barely kicking out there. But I gotta say, Nova looks exhausted as well.
Yeah, you're right. I think he took some impact on that one too.
It's just that he took the impact on his bad shoulder too. So I mean, he doesn't care of putting his body on the line because he won so bad that win.
Signifying for the end here. Big clothesline from Payatronic. Both men are down. Referee's going to have to check on both these guys. Aaron Nova took a big hit there with that clothesline, but Payatronic is just as hurt from that superplex.
We got count 2.
Yeah, I'll say Aaron Nova's willing to risk just about anything to come out with the victory here.
Payatronic trying to get the crowd up behind him. Big shot.
Another one.
Big whip reverse into the close. And big arm.
Another one.
Big clothesline to Nova. Sizing him up, kick to the stomach. What are we going to see here? Big boot to the side of the head.
And you can see that this is basically the comeback.
We gotta cover.
1, 2.
Nope.
He just
Nova
barely
just
got the arm
barely
up.
getting that shoulder up. The
Barely.
fire of Payatronic, that fire of that Lucha Libre background.
I told you, the experience that Payatronic has will have him the best part of the match at one point.
Oh,
come
come
on!
on. Just
Into the
pulling
turnbuckle.
Payatronic into the turnbuckle. Referee's got to check that. Well, what's going on here? Hang on. Nova's using the tag team rope to choke out Payatronic. This can't be legal. The referee needs to get him off of there.
What is Nova doing right now? What is he looking for right now?
What is he doing?
What is he doing?
Wait,
The ref needs to step
is he
in.
taking,
What's
he's
happening?
taking his boot out right now?
Seems like Aaron Nova is exposing his knee and shin.
Whoa, wait, he just got a
Whoa,
chain.
hang on
He
a
has
second.
something. He just
He's
pulled
got
something
a
out of
chain.
his.
That's a chain.
He just pulled something out of his boot.
The Captain introducing a foreign object into this match.
Oh, no.
So dirty.
No. Aaron Nova.
I told you. That got Captain Aaron Nova, his emotions basically, they get the best out of him. It was a great match so far, and he could not take it no more.
And look at him just dragging.
Another
and just
one.
continuing to beat in the face of Payatronic with the foreign object he introduced to this match. And Payatronic has his neck wrapped up in the tag team ropes, and he's just completely exposed right now. This is way too much. And,
That is so dirty.
And this cannot be. This is not a direct send over to the POW Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah,
This is not the way to get there.
He was okay for the, and now he's against the knee that he.
And just continuing to lay into Payatronic. Somebody get Nova out of there. Referee waving in for some help. We need to get him out of there.
Yeah, I remember that. No, it's not on me. It's not on me. Definitely, it's not on me. That was on you. You let that. He basically let
Just
all
hanging
the emotions.
the chain.
Yeah, all the emotions. He let that all the emotions to get the best out of him.
Wow.
And rather symbolic of him saying that this is on our president to lay the chain over the neck of our president of Pride of Wrestling.
Here's the thing, Payatronic, it's hard for him to speak to the referees due to the issues with the translation issues, language issues.
Sure.
So I had to definitely talk to him personally.
Definitely.
You can tell he was hurt. He was hurt, and that's why I told both referees to go and check on him and help him out to get out of the ring.
Definitely. So Payatronic getting some help here. We're going to have to see where this leads for Aaron Nova heading into, well, what he said is his direct path to the title picture, saying that he's rightfully earned to be the POW Heavyweight Championship #1 contender. Definitely, this doesn't seem like the way as Payatronic's being helped out now, so we'll have to see where this leads us next time on POW.
Pride of Wrestling. Controversial Inc. is back. And the boys, They have a very special message for a very special team out there waiting to prove themselves. And you deal with that.
Good old boys! You're facing against the most prepared team in the state of Florida. Champions everywhere we go. It's all about survival. We're hyenas in the jungle. And who are you? You won't be able to stand a chance. And you might be impressive everywhere else. But at POW, we'll put you to shame. And if you don't like that, it'll be your execution.
There are people born with good luck to reach their goals. Unfortunately, you who are born with very, very bad luck, good old boys, be at the beginning of your career, have to face controversial ink. No. It's like being on a plane that without having taken off, one of its engine explodes. Very sad. We are not in POW to play with spoiled children. We will crush the good old boys, and then we will go for more. Everyone will become rotten meat. Prepare to be our food. It's that easy.
Pride of Wrestling presents POW 2020 season premiere, February Fury. A new beginning has come. Saturday, February 8th, 4 p.m. at the Seminole Recreation Center in Seminole, Florida. The main event of the evening, the Clash of Titans. The POW champion, the last of a dying breed, Taino, defends against the Game Day Johnny Zeke. Tag team action. The return of Controversial Inc. against the Good Old Boys. In a women's tag team match, the POW Ladies Champion, the Sixth Sense, La Brava, and Chelsea Durden versus the POW debut of the twins, Lindsay and Lori Carlson. In a grudge match, Chief Eddie Two Rivers versus Mad Dog Art Strong. The King of Cool, Kareem Everson, goes one-on-one against the Irish Bully, Killian Sweet. And the Professional Wrestling Training Academy presents the second annual Students Battle Royal. Ringside, $15. General admission, $10. Children ages 6 through 12, $5. And under 6 years old, free. Witness the new era in POW and buckle up because the ride continues.
Ladies and gentlemen, your POW ambassador, Adam Soto, is here, and I wanted to bring you guys an update. After what we saw with the POW heavyweight champion last week, Taino, I decided to catch up with his opponent for February 8th, Johnny Zeke.
How you doing?
Zeke, how you doing, man?
Good.
So, I'm not sure if you saw what transpired last week with the heavyweight champion. He's not a fan of yours. I guess that's pretty clear.
Fair.
So, what I wanted to do is, I wanted to get your thoughts on his words coming in. He's saying you were a reject, that you weren't able to make it anywhere else. What do you have to say to him for that?
He's going to learn real quick that I'm the real deal. That I am POW. I show nothing but pride, because that's where I started. He comes in and just takes whatever he wants, disrespects the owners, basically beat the holy hell out of Robbie, and steals the title from James Morrison. So my job is to bring back the POW championship to us.
So, you know, he's clearly not a fan of yours, but I have to ask, with that being said, how do you feel about your chances going into this match against Taino on February 8th? Because he's taken out some pretty large names, including Morrison, Salazar, Quevedo. How do you feel?
I feel fine. I have a pretty good chance on beating him because I've beaten Salazar. I've beaten a lot of people. I went head-to-head with Quevedo. Taino, he's just like them. If not, stronger. I'm just as strong. Taino, you may be big, but so am I. So it's going to be hard hitting. I'm going to hit you hard. And I'm not going to stop until you're on the ground for the 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to walk out as the champion.
Now, the only other question I have for you is on your relationship with the owners of Pride of Wrestling, in Robbie and Alexis. Because we've seen you had a sit down with them in one of our previous episodes, but they are not friends with Taino. Matter of fact, he is the one that said he's the worst nightmare for Robbie and Alexis. So where do you stand with our owners?
They gave me my first match. They're the ones that presented me the opportunity of professional wrestling. And I owe them a lot. And I'm going to defend them. Taino has bullied everyone in that locker room, but he hasn't messed with me. He hasn't stepped into the ring with me yet. Next week will be our very first time in the ring together. And it might just be our last. He's the last of the dying breed. I just might kill the breed altogether.
Well, there you have it from the challenger, Johnny Zeke himself. Good luck on February 8th.
Thank you.
We'll see you then.
Sounds good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Again, it's Adam Soto here for the second match on episode 3 of POW's Full Blast.
We're here on the match between, this is actually the rematch between the big game Johnny Zeke against the tank Nick Abrams.
The ref is checking them right now, making sure that they're all good to go.
We're ready to get this contest underway.
Here we go.
That's a good sportsmanship.
Also a sign of respect between the tank and big game Johnny Zeke himself. And guys, here it seems as though we're witnessing, especially after the last match, ending in a time limit draw.
Yeah, it was a time limit draw.
This match seemingly is the unstoppable force in the tank Nick Abrams versus the immovable object of big game Johnny Zeke. And as you can see there, they both kind of powered out of that lockup. And again, like I said, unstoppable force versus the immovable object. This is going to be an interesting match to see where this ends up.
And basically, that was the last time that we saw Johnny Zeke on POW. That was back in August 9th. Now we are going to see Johnny Zeke coming back on the main event against the last POW champion Taino. So we can see what happened last time, and we see Nick Abrams on that good.
Oh, and a big clothesline from Johnny Zeke coming off of the drop kick. Coming for a cover here.
Cover. 1, 2, and a kick out by Nick.
Nick Abrams staying alive in this one. And as you were mentioning, Johnny Zeke has an upcoming match against our Pride of Wrestling champion, Taino. And as you had seen in last week's episode of Full Blast, Taino saying that he has nothing to do with the letter that was left on your door, Robbie. How are you feeling currently about that situation?
Well, I don't, to be honest, I don't believe him. Taino is one of the champions of this other promotion that I believe is the one that is sending that letter. Actually, as you can see.
Big slam coming in from Johnny Zeke, nailing Nick Abrams with a big body slam.
Another cover. 1, 2, and kick out again.
As you were saying, Robbie?
Yeah, I don't believe.
Go for another cover here.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny Zeke is he just wants to finish this
See, getting a little desperate rather early on in this match against Nick Abrams.
Trying to get the job done quick since last time it was a time limit.
So basically, you hear Taino saying every time that he is the worst nightmare on Alexis.
I was gonna say, speaking with him myself, saying that his goal was to be the worst nightmare for you two. So I can only imagine how you're feeling.
So basically, knowing that he wants to basically finish with POW, and where he is the champion, he wants to basically destroy everything that POW stands for. Don't you think that the best way to destroy that is basically to line with another promotion and then just take cover of the whole territory?
It's pretty much the ultimate form of disrespect against the company that you represent.
Definitely. And that's one of the things that Johnny Zeke was telling me.
Hold on a second here, Robbie. It seems though we're going up to the top rope, and this is somewhere that we don't see Johnny Zeke very often. What could happen here? This can be dangerous for both competitors. Nick and Abrams fighting back from the seated position on the top rope. Big headbutt to Johnny
Wow.
Zeke. He's really willing to go
Hey,
the
come
lengths here.
on.
Oh my
Zeke
gosh.
is not a cruiserweight. Why?
I think
he
he's
has
gonna
to
fall.
Oh, and
my.
Zeke is down. We have Nick Abrams left on the top rope. What's going to happen next?
That hurt for sure.
Abrams going in the high-risk district
When you
here.
have that kind of weight falling from that height, and then
Oh, and a huge blockbuster from Nick Abrams. Takes down the big man, Johnny Zeke.
He's got to go for a cover here.
Oh, barely
One,
falling over. One,
two.
two, kick out. And you have to think if Nick Abrams would have gotten the full cover there and hooked the leg of Johnny Zeke, this would have been it.
Yep.
But the exhaustion is setting in and just barely getting one arm over Johnny Zeke, and he is calling for it, ladies and gentlemen. Is this the end of game day?
no.
Oh! Showing off some agility from the big man. Uh-oh.
I think he's
Good
going
job,
over.
suplex.
He's going over.
Big
Oh!
suplex from Johnny Zeke.
Are we going to have another cover?
Let's see. Is he going to go for the cover here?
He's
He's
got
not
to.
going to.
No.
What's he
He's
waiting
not.
for?
That's what I
He's going.
always say.
He's going up again.
He said he's
You
going
are
up.
You are not a cruiserweight. You know, when you are
Oh
that
my God.
big, you don't
ladies
need to
and
go.
gentlemen, big game Johnny Zeke is over 300 pounds, and going up to the high risk district is not something that we see from somebody of this size. Is this going to pay off? And Nick Abrams rolling out of the way. and
I am telling you,
This
man.
is exactly why I call it the high risk district, ladies and gentlemen, because things like that do not pay off often.
I think he gave Nick Abrams just a little too much time to recover there.
And again, exactly, the hesitation leading in, just giving Nick Abrams enough time to catch his breath, to get his wherewithal about him and roll out of the way. Now both men are down, the referee counting to 10. We are at a count of 6. Nick Abrams slowly making it to his feet here. Johnny Zeke is still down, has not moved after that fall.
All right, he's getting up. Here we go. Oh.
Nick Abrams firing back at Johnny Zeke. Both men are just exhausted here, but Nick Abrams is giving it everything he has left in the tank. The big kick. No way. Oh my God.
Cover. 1, 2, and a kick out.
Kick out again.
I just simply wonder where Nick Abrams pulled that out from, because after getting thrown so many times around and taking these big hits, he still had enough in the tank to pick up Johnny Zeke. And at this point, Johnny Zeke is so exhausted. This was dead weight that he was lifting him, guys. I don't understand.
That's crazy strength. for
It's
sure.
not only that weight.
Oh, and a big
clothesline.
clothesline from Johnny Zeke levels Nick Abrams, back elbow.
And now it's Johnny Zeke going for the.
Oh, and a big ending from Johnny Zeke.
Yep.
Guys, I don't know where this one's going. This could be anybody's game.
Yep.
Both men are showing signs of life, but at the same time, exhaustion is setting in.
We've got the count starting.
Round 3 now? Yeah, 4.
We see some signs of life. They're moving. All right. Getting to their knees. Slowly.
Though you can see the
And it's another blow.
both workers are so exhausted right now, and they go back and forth.
They're just giving everything they have left, trading blows here, not letting anyone get in the upper hand, and Johnny Zeke is firing up big here, giving multiple shots to Nick Abrams. Ducks a clothesline. Oh, and a big double clothesline, leaving both men down again. And you gotta wonder where this is still coming from. Both men have just brutalized each other since the beginning bell, and yet somehow they're still moving.
Very slow to get up. Oh.
No, Abrams is now the one that is having the best part of the match.
Tank capitalized on that exchange.
Oh! And just lighting up the chest of Nick Abrams.
One more time.
One more. Johnny Zeke here feeding to the crowd.
Oh!
And a big shot to the chest of Abrams.
And now he's
That's
ducking
it.
the clothesline.
Oh.
Big double clothesline. Another double
think
clothesline.
they've got each other
1,
pinned.
2. Whoa!
They
Hang on a second.
They just pinned each other.
Was the referee is declaring this? There was a double pin. It seems as though that double clothesline.
I think they both just slightly had their arm on each
Wow!
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, they both pinned each other in this match. This match ending again in a draw.
other at the same time.
At the same time, the referee counted to 3. with both hands hurt both competitors, one hand both on top of the other, and yet this is the same result as the last time.
And this is the thing about why Nick Abrams was challenging Taino. I mean, I wanted to give both of them the opportunity to challenge Taino. Nick Abrams was the first one who challenged Taino last time. I never remember. Now Johnny Zeke asked me for that opportunity, so I think it would be fair to give it to him. Johnny Zeke says that he wants to bring the title back home. Let's see if he's able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely have to place some faith and trust in him since Taino claims to be our worst nightmare, so I really hope that he can get the job done.
The crowd here is just chanting for the match to be restarted, but...
I mean, again, there's no clear winner, just like last time.
Exactly.
So,
and
come
again,
out with the same outcome.
Another sign of respect shown between these two great competitors, but it really makes you think, leading up to this match that Johnny Zeke has against Taino, he's given it all he's got against Nick Abrams. Both of these men exhausting each other, but still showing signs to push through it and make this big fight happen. What do you think that means for Taino coming up on February 8th?
Well, Taino says that Johnny Zeke is not worth it to even lace his boots. I would say this. I mean, Johnny Zeke is being for a short time on business, but I would say this. He's putting his heart on every time that he got on each match.
I will say this. Johnny Zeke is going to give him a fight.
Well, I would say this. It's a tough call since Taino has been, it's a veteran in the ring. So
it's going to be experience versus pure hunger and aggression, and this is definitely going to be something that you're going to want to tune into on February 8th.
Well, this is the end of episode 3 of Full Blast episode, POW Full Blast. See you next time, and remember, February 8th.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you then.
Amigo, los rumores son ciertos. IWA empieza su expansión con Tampa. Este próximo sábado, 8 de febrero, van a haber muchas sorpresas, porque nada es